Welcome to Academic Biology class. Today I'm going to be teaching you quadratic equations, or we call it polynomial equations. We know that polynomials simply have to do with power of variables in ascending or descending order. So when the highest power is 2, we call it quadratic equation. And when the highest power is 3, we call it cubic equation. So that's what we'll be treating today. But today what we are going to be focusing on is, because we've done the introductory aspects where I taught you how to do factorization, completing the square, and formula method. So today what we're going to be looking at is roots of a quadratic equation. I'll be teaching you the two methods of getting this. So then after this, our next class will be roots of cubic equation. So in roots of quadratic equation, we have two basic things we are looking at. So first is to find the sum of roots, and the next one is to find the product of roots. So for the method 1, I simply say quadratic equation is that type of equation where we have the highest power of x to be 2, which means that at the end of the day, x will have two solutions. X will be equals to, in this case, let's say x is equals to alpha, and x is equals to beta. So let's do this now. You see that when we cross this becomes x minus alpha is equals to 0, and x minus beta is equals to 0 as well. So let's try to simplify this or expand. You see that this is something that's saying x minus alpha, x minus beta equals to 0. So if you see, this can go inside here, you get x squared. This can go inside here, you get minus x beta. This can go here, you get minus x alpha. This can go inside here, you get plus alpha beta equals to 0. So when you check this very well, you see that this can be factored out to be x squared. Then notice that I have minus here. Then I have x. They have something in common. So I can factor x out. So minus x into alpha plus beta. So when x enter here, you will get this. When x enter here, you get this. I arranged it this way because alpha normally comes before beta. So but you know that whichever way you do it. So if you use this to multiply, then plus, bring this down, alpha beta, all equals to 0. So you can very well see that this can be the same thing as saying x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0. So we now compare this. We now compare this with the standard quadratic equation. And standard of quadratic equation is simply ax squared plus x plus c equals to 0. And we know that the first order here is 2. So the first variable is supposed to have unity. So by unity we mean the coefficient should be 1 and not a variable. So we divide both sides by a. So see that this will cancel this. So that even if you do over a, this becomes the same as saying x squared plus x. And notice that this part that is x is always having bx in the standard form. It's supposed to be ax squared bx, then plus c, which is the constant. So plus bx over a plus c over a equals to 0. So we can now see that this particular end is equals to what we have here. That is this thing that we got here. why this? So x squared is equals to x squared. Y minus alpha plus beta x is equals to bx over a. So x cancel x. So you have minus alpha plus beta is equals to b over a. So since we are finding sum of roots, making the subject of the formula, you see that we have alpha plus beta is equals to minus b over a. So this is the method 1 for sum of roots. So to find the product, that is alpha beta, we'll see here that what we have this side, when we solved this, what we have on this side, alpha beta, it is equal to comparing. We are comparing what we've gotten with this with the standard for quadratic equation. You see that is equals to c over a. So we can say that the product is equals to c over a. So we say that product is equals to c over a. That is comparing this to this. So this is method 1. Another method you need to note, or you need to be aware of, another method to be aware of is when we say quadratic equation always end up with what we call, when you solve this using completing the square method, that is when you solve ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Using quadratic equation, using completing the square method, you will always arrive at minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's what you arrive at. So when you do this, and we normally say that this is x is equals to this, or you say equals to x. So what we do here is simply saying this plus or minus that you see here determines, or it shows that since it's a quadratic equation, whatever you are solving for x will be in 2 parts, which is when it's equals to positive and when it's equals to negative. So we'll simply say, in this case where we are talking about alpha and beta, for roots of equation simply says the solution of an equation will always be 2. That is the positive part and the negative part. So we can say let alpha be equals to minus b plus b squared minus 4ac over all over 2a, and let beta be equals to minus b minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So notice this. So if we know this, we can now say the sum, that is sum of products. Remember that what we are doing here is method 2. So method 2. So the sum of the products, that is alpha plus beta, is going to simply be equals to, add up these two things, so that I have minus b plus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a plus, I might extend my hand into this part, minus b minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So notice that for alpha this is plus, for beta this is minus. So when you try to add these two things up, you see that you use LCM because it's fraction. The LCM here is 2a, so I'll bring out 2a. So this is going to be minus b plus root b squared minus 4ac, plus minus will take over, minus b minus root b squared minus 4ac. So you see that this is everything here down and everything here is the same thing. Then minus plus, this will cancel. Watch first. this, watch, this is this way. See, I have everything here. Okay, let's do it this way. Instead of cancelling, let's collect like terms so you see what we are doing. Because I know we've not cancelled. So we bring out minus b, then plus root b square minus 4ac minus root b square minus 4ac all over 2a. This can take care of this. Minus minus becomes minus 2b all over 2a. This is 2, this is 2. Cancel, cancel. So that I now have minus b over a. And remember that everything here, we started with this. Alpha plus beta is equals to. So, alpha plus beta is equals to minus b over a. So, whichever one you choose, this one looks longer method, but whichever one you choose to use in getting it, you'll still be good. So, it's either you are comparing. So, either you are comparing, or you are solving for the, or you're adding up the roots. So I call this comparing method, and I call this one addition of formula, or addition of roots. Yes, addition of roots. So to get the products, now let's try to get the products. So in order to get the product, we'll still do the same thing. We'll say, let's do it here. We say alpha will be equals to minus b plus plus root b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Then beta will be equals to minus b minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So the product x beta will be the same thing as saying multiply the two. So I will do minus b plus I know you want to hear me talking. So you see, the concept is something that once you start it, it's easy to visualize. So if I want to multiply these two things now, gently. So alpha beta will be equals to this and this. The denominators will be 4a, 2 times 2, 4. A times a square. A square. Minus b into minus b. You know that multiplication is simply each one going into the other one. So minus b times minus b plus b square. Minus b into everything inside this root is 1. It's just like when you see sine or log or cos. Everything there is bonded. So everything inside this root is bonded. So minus b times root of this becomes minus. And notice that this root is having minus. So minus b times minus root of this becomes plus b root b square minus 4ac. So this b has done its best. Now let's go to this one. Plus b square minus 4ac times minus b will become minus b root b square minus 4ac. Then this times this. Notice that this is plus, this is minus. So minus will dominate. Then the roots will cancel. Roots times roots will get out. So that means that this, if you don't do it that way, you can simply say whatever root you have here, when this squares, if you still take the root, it's still the same thing. So root will cancel. So I just have everything here out. The same thing with when you are doing conjugates, if you remember. So I will have minus b square minus 4ac. Okay. Mm, 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 Yes. Okay. Minus. Okay. So I will now have alpha beta is equals to plus b square plus minus everything here. These two things are the same. So get out. So I now have minus b square minus 4ac all over 4a square plus minus get out. So I now have alpha beta is equals to minus 4ac all over 4a square. Notice something. I will have, okay, when this, so when these two things multiplied, yes, okay, I will now have 4 here, this will cancel this will cancel this. So I now have minus c all over a. Shebi? But something is missing. Okay, wait, let's do it this way. Let's go back and look at this. This is having minus. Shebi? This is having minus. I want to see where we missed it up, because you know that we are supposed to have this. So I want us to see where we got it wrong. Let's check. Okay, so see, we did this times this, we got this times this, we got this, plus minus plus. Then when we did this times this, we got minus b root this. Then when we did this times this, this times this, we got minus 10. So where the problem is when we got this minus, we need to make provision for this. And you see that, yes, since they are timesing each other, as they are times, the minus will dominate. So it's always good to pay attention, to be careful whenever what you have in front of your value is minus. You pay more attention. So you can see that on opening this up, this one will be minus. This will remain minus b square, but this one will change to plus 4ac. So that's why this is here. So this should have been plus. So you see that by the time you do it, so that is how you get that. So thank you for staying with us. Do subscribe.